time we had the show, right? You were at your old place, right?
Yes.
You're at your old place. You did not have a 2 Comma Club award yet, right?
Yes.
Right. And you had not built out your entire team yet, correct?
No, not how it is now.
Correct. And since then, I think that was like, this was pre-ClickFunnels that we did the interview here, which was like the second or third one. Since then, you've won an award, built out a huge team, pivoted an offer, and sold, I think, a metric ton of coaching, the biggest number I've seen ever. Like, holy crap.
Yeah, life's weird.
Yeah.
But good.
Yeah, absolutely nuts.
But good.
Yes.
But weird.
And you managed to do this in the middle of a pandemic, right?
Yes. Yes.
I say we skip like the niceties and go straight into how the fuck did you do that, right? And hopefully you can start off with like some of your background, because not everybody knows that you've mentored me and coached me. You were the first person that flew down and said, like, Jeff, what the fuck are you doing in this tiny office? Like, build a tribe in the community. Since then, like, we had a huge in-person event with 300 people. I spoke on your stage, and this group really only exists because you yelled at me. No other way around it. But nobody knows your story, right?
Yes.
So before we go into like the good stuff, could you talk about your story, where you're from, how it came up, all that fun stuff?
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff to unpack and explain with my story. So should I just start at the beginning?
Yeah, just assume that everybody watching this is brand new to you and your space.
Cool. I was born in 1992 with 2 amazing parents in Cleveland, Ohio. No, we'll skip forward.
Yeah.
I think I'll start with the pinnacle moment of when I shifted from just normal dude to actually like getting shit done and being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And that was I was in Chicago. It was around April of 2017. And the one thing that changed my life drastically, completely, was setting a goal to quit drinking and to lose 20 pounds. And I set that goal one morning. I was just hungover as shit. And I was like, I need to change my life. And I ran across the street to a pizza shop, grabbed a calendar and marked off 90 days and said, I'm going to be sober for 90 days and I'm going to lose 20 pounds. And about 70 days into it, I looked down at the scale at the YMCA and said 162 pounds, and I was 21 pounds lighter than I was 70 days previously.
So you were 20 pounds down, was still 20 days ago with your goal, right?
Yeah, because I went full savage mode where I was just like, I'm just focused on going to the gym every day and losing weight. And I was working a job where I could kind of work from home like 2-3 days out of the week. So I kind of like slacked on that job because I was trying to make decisions from my vision and not my current circumstances.
I like that. Make decisions based upon your vision and not your current circumstance.
Yeah. So that moment changed my life, because when I saw that number on the scale and that was the goal that I was shooting for, I was like, holy shit, if I put my mind to something, I can do it. So that led to quitting my job, starting an agency, running Facebook ads for local businesses. And I remember just like taking a lot of pre-workout, and I moved from Chicago to Cleveland in my parents' basement, and I was just hyped up off of caffeine. And I was just like, go, 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 go. And I was working 60 hours a week. It was like that new entrepreneur feeling of like, oh my God, I'm learning so much. There's so much possibility out there. How can I consume this much? But I feel like I'm growing. I was just like in like just growth, crazy growth phase. And then you just kind of get used to it after a while, which is this like, well, I'm always growing, but I hadn't been growing for the longest time. But I remember working in my parents' basement, and I had just quit drinking, and I just moved. So I felt so isolated. Like I was doing nothing. My friends weren't doing the same thing or anything like that. So there were moments where I was like, where the hell are my friends? Like, I'm so lonely and isolated right now. And then it wasn't until I started started interacting in Facebook ads for entrepreneurs, where I met with you and Steph and Jaden, and you guys have become my best friends. So like interacting in Facebook groups helped me find the people that were on the same path that I was in growth. And that's what's happened. Like, that's why my business now is helping entrepreneurs grow Facebook groups and their tribes. And that's really our purpose and passion, is connection and getting people to connect in Facebook groups. And then in in-person events, we help people launch in-person events. But yeah, now we have a 2 Comma Club award. We did $180,000 in March. I have a team of 12. And it's just been amazing since then. So.
You know what's crazy is, like, I still remember when you interviewed Jordan Parker. And at this point in my journey, I was like, oh my God, Jordan Parker. And I was like, Andrew, let me into your fucking group. Andrew, let me in now. And I was PMing you or something like that. And you're like, you got back to me in like a week. And I was like, you son of a, you let me in right now. And the interview series is what pulled me into your world. And that has helped make this group and this tribe like an A+ place. Like that process of saying, hey, there are people who are massively successful that started exactly where you are, and they're going to share their hints and tips and expert secrets on how you can do the same. Like that interview with Jordan Parker broke my brain, made me realize it was possible. And then every time we do an interview, I think we're up to like 55 interviews now in this group. Hour-long Pieces of Gold really is a function of my singular experience doing the same exact thing and seeing what you were doing. Now, at this point in your journey with FAFE, you're doing Facebook ads for local businesses, and you experience that natural decline and that drop that comes with being on your own. And every single person will get it, because you wake up one morning, you're like, I can do this, and everyone in your current circumstance is not on that level, right? Like, they ain't doing it. It ain't going to happen. You can try. Like, you ever try like saving your parents, or like, you should do Facebook ads. Like, it's going to be great. It doesn't fucking work that way, right? Yeah. They're like, that sounds great. See you later. Bye. Like, my friends, like, do Facebook ads. They're like, that sounds great. See you later. Bye. And you end up on this like really cool journey. And for me, I experienced the first burnout of being a solopreneur, I would say like 3 or 4 months in. I had hit my first like 10K month, 15K month, 20K month, but it was me in an empty office, all alone. And like, that really sucks, right? I think you experienced the same exact thing, right? When like with Steph Signs and everything, like you experienced like that first burnout. Is that something you're comfortable talking about? Because that happens a lot in this group.
Yeah, totally. So I didn't hit that burnout right away. It probably took me a little over a year to hit like real fucking burnout. And I was doing about $40,000-$50,000 a month. Bouncing between there, and I couldn't break that marker. I was trying to break that for like a year, and it drove me to a place where I lost all my energy, lost my focus, didn't want to do anything. I was like, not even going to post in my Facebook group. Like, I dabble with clients a little bit, but just totally burnt out. Ended up going to Miami, staying with Steph, just quit caffeine, then ended up going to a Buddhist monastery for a week, read The Values Factor by Dr. DeMartini, and The Great Work of Your Life by Stephen Cope, which helped me find my purpose and my values again. And that all happened for a reason, because I don't think I would have gone through that transformation and connected more with myself and quit caffeine if I hadn't hit that burnout stage. And right when I got over that, my business took the fuck off. Like, 2019 was ridiculous.
So that's why I brought it up, because like, it's important to like trace that path, and like success really looks like a jagged line. Like everybody, like when they're looking back, it makes sense and it's a natural like 45-degree angle. It's never like that, ever. Like, you will have to like business summer, business winter, everything's awesome, everything breaks. But the average is this incline. So I would say a year into your journey, burnout, breakdown, have to rebuild everything, find your mission, vision, and purpose. And then next year, you're doing $180 a month, Andrew. Like, yo, give me those secrets. Like, let's talk, right? So like, that brings us to the first bullet point, which is how to create a new offer in less than 24 hours that sells like hotcakes. And I remember seeing you on stage. And at this point, you probably had like 8, 9, 10 months of like real strong background, real results with me, Shane Hillier, 4 or 5 other people. And you had created an offer then, right? But I don't understand like what goes into an offer. An offer is simply something you do in exchange for money. We've all seen offers. We never talked about like that, right? So like what goes into a new offer that sells like hotcakes?
Love that. So if you already have offers in place, this is a very different environment that we're currently in.
Yep.
Right. So your new offers, your new messaging needs to speak to that. Your clients or your potential clients, your ideal clients are having a new conversation that's going on in their head.
Yeah.
So you like with marketing, you're just trying to enter that conversation. So what we did, we already have a solid offer model in place. We call it the maximization model, which is a course, a 90-day coaching program, and then a year-long mentorship and mastermind, right? Yep. And for everybody that's an agency out there, you guys have MRR, which is awesome. Monthly recurring revenue, and doing like $1,000 to $5,000 a month in MRR.
Yep.
Right now, if you can have a stepping stone to get your clients to that higher ticket package, that MRR,
yeah,
that is super valuable. And the new offer should speak to the current challenges that are going on. Mm-hmm. So what we did was, in this environment, you need to over communicate with clients.
Yep.
So what I did was I hopped on a bunch of one-on-ones with my clients and helped them build out a 90-day plan mm-hmm. to help them shift their messaging, shift their offers, and really get more leads in the door so we can nurture them and then sell them later on. Yeah. So what I got from that was a bunch of valuable information of what their current challenges were, what their struggles were, pain points, all of that. And then we realized what they really need right now, what they really want is a cash influx, right? Yep. So we ended up launching a masterclass on how to get a quick cash influx for your business. Yep. That speaks to the current challenges, right? So we launched that for $97. It took less than 24 hours to create. All we did was we received feedback from our current clients. Yeah. We created a $97 offer, and that's a stepping stone offer to our higher ticket offers. So we made about $3,000 on the front end, and then we made $65,000 on the back end.
Beautiful.
From over delivering in a 90-minute masterclass with a shit ton of value, and just saying, hey, if you want to hop on a call to explore what working together looks like, do it. And we had 2 people join our high ticket mastermind, nice. And then 1 person join our 90-day coaching program.
So is that the same structure that Mario has used? Because I know Mario is really like a standout student. Like he's following what you're doing. He's gone through the same process. He's in a ton of money. It's the same maximization model. Is that correct with him, the masterclass process, right?
Yeah. Because what those masterclasses do is like you over deliver with value, and people start to love paying you. You need to, especially in this environment right now, you need to build up a shit ton of trust, and especially getting somebody in the door with a low ticket offer. You'll build up the trust so they want to pay for your higher ticket offers. And I was on a sales call yesterday because I'm looking. Did you see my Facebook Live?
I saw it pop up on the left, and the headline I thought was damn good. I thought it was
This is why I said go to this guy on the sales call. So I am looking for like some spiritual guidance and being more present and centered, and just want that in all my life. So I'm seeking out different coaches that can help me with that. I have a shit ton of coaches, just want like some type of spiritual presence coach. And I said no to this guy, even though he took me through an incredible experience for an hour where I felt super present.
Yeah.
I said no to him because he hadn't it was a 12K program, and he hadn't built up enough trust for me to say yes to a 12K. If he had sent me over testimonials right after I signed up for a sales call, that would have built up a shit ton of trust, because I wanted to see, oh, other people have gotten there, other people have produced results, and when I'm signing up for a sales call, I want to see that other people are doing that.
Yeah.
And he didn't have like a step-by-step productized, this is how we're going to get you to your goal of presence. Like we're going to go through stage first, stage second.
Yeah, the 3P process, right? The 5 to 7 steps, right?
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. That would have given me so much more clarity on the process. The testimonials would have given me peace of mind on the results.
Yeah.
And if he would have had like a lower ticket item, like something between 2K and 3K to let me taste out his work,
yeah,
it would have been a no-brainer. I would have been like, hell yes, let's do that. But the big jump from 0 to 12K when you don't have those things in place, I had to say no.
Yeah.
But if for agency owners out there, coaches out there, have down sells, have a productized step-by-step, this is how we're going to get you from your current situation to your desired situation.
Yeah.
And have testimonials and leverage those testimonials. So when somebody signs up for a sales call with you, right after they're hit with testimonials that they can watch before getting on the sales call.
So for everybody who didn't pick up on what he said, he talked about like 3 really key important things. And I used 2 of those 3 things to land the first client for my first brand new agency. And this time, Andrew, I've learned my lesson. I'm keeping this shit on the wraps. I'm not telling anybody. Like, it's a brand new page. Nobody knows who the hell I am. There's no connection. It's a different address, right? And when I was on the sales call with this guy, the first problem that he had was, Jeff, I don't know who you are. Like I have no idea. And I was like, I understand that. I'm going to show you a whole bunch of proof so you know I'm not a fly-by-night organization. Screenshots, testimonials, case studies, people saying I'm awesome, text messages, everything. And he felt like kind of okay after that. That's the first part of my slide deck. The second part of my slide deck is just like a doctor lawyer account, the 3P process. Let me understand your problem, right? And like you've seen me do my onboarding documents, like, hey, we're just gonna spend 5-10 minutes. Then I showed him a 5 to 7 series of steps. There's actually 5. And it was like, here's the step number 1, step number 2, step number 3. And it said, and I'm gonna promise. That's the 3P promise, right? And I closed him at $2,000 a month. He's probably gonna stay 6 months. It's a $12,000 deal. If I had gone in and be like, hey man, I know you don't know who I am. Let me sales pitch you. You'll give me 12 grand. That ain't gonna happen, right? Like that just isn't gonna happen, especially in a world of like internet first. Everybody's afraid. I don't want to lose my cash. I'm trying to accomplish my goals. It's massively important to establish that KLT, know, like, trust. Send them testimonials and always have like an okay range product, right? Like your guy didn't land the deal because he didn't tell you it was okay to spend money with me. He didn't have something that matched your first step, and he had no dang proof that came in at the right time, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll bet everybody here that's doing sales calls and is not closing 1 out of 3, 1 out of 4, 1 out of 5 is making that massive mistake. Mm-hmm. What I really liked what you talked about was creating an offer that it works inside of this like pandemic and quarantine scenario. I went on 6 sales calls, like 6 demos, one after another. Every single person says, but does this work in COVID-19? And I had to have that like rebuttal conversation. Like, of course it's going to work. Why would you think not? Like that, you have a business right now. Like I got sour about it. You know what I did, Andrew? I just put a slide deck that said, and this works during Corona.
Yep.
Never came up ever again. No objection, none, right? So I really like the idea that you're talking about, like customizing your offer to the current market environment, things like that.
Yes, there are 2 things that I want to throw out there, some ninja shit for you. And then I want to dive into the messaging component. But the first thing, and I want everybody that's watching this right now to write this down. Write down, watch for the win. The best way to get testimonials and get referrals from your clients is after they get a win.
Yep.
So you need, what we have set up in our Facebook groups is a post that is share your wins. here. And we watch that post like a hawk. So we see the wins coming in. And that is the best time to ask for a testimonial and referral. So if you get fixated on watching for wins and asking for testimonials and referrals right after your clients get wins, you will rack up those super powerful testimonials and you will rack up a shit ton more referrals.
Yeah.
Because there's a good time to ask for a referral and testimonial, and there's a bad time to ask for it. Best time to ask for it is after a win. So if you just apply that, you will make a shit ton more money by having that social proof and your clients giving you more clients.
So what's so funny is that, like, I think the mistake I made in the beginning was asking for a testimonial at the end of the campaign.
Yeah.
By then they're like, I'm already done. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's great, but like, I'm not excited anymore. I'm not motivated anymore. Not like that first rush of like, oh my God, that's great. And the way I got my testimonial for my bike shop that closed $2,000 of deals in about 48 hours, as soon as he said, we got to win, I was like, I'm coming to the office right now. Let's talk. He's like, no, I'm nearby. I was like, come in, let's go. Open up the camera. Hey, tell me about your win. Yeah. And inside of my own coaching program, we've got the weekly wins thread. And like, it's so strange. Like, unless you ask somebody like, hey, did you actually get your result? Did you win? Was it fast? They're not going to tell you. Like, they have no incentive to tell you. And if you're in the agency space, your client secretly suspects that they can't share that information because you'll secretly up their fee. If you're in the coaching space, they're like afraid that the win isn't good enough. You have to like proactively, like, yo, it's okay to share like some wins. Let's go. You know what I mean? So do you structure your programs and your coaching programs to get small wins in the beginning, consistent wins? Like, how do you make sure that your client is like, this is awesome, like right out of the gate? You know what I mean?
So the biggest thing for coaching programs, or even for agency, is what they want is more money. So what is the number one thing that you can do to drive more leads, to drive more prospects, to drive more sales opportunities, to drive more cash? Like for us, we have certain posts and emails that our clients can just send out and instantly get more leads, prospects, and sales opportunities.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing that we teach. Through our onboarding process, we have a step in it as here's how you get cash quick.
Nice.
Do these things, right? And for an agency, it might be utilizing their current email list to send out a quick campaign email to get more leads, more cash. Like, don't start with just Facebook ads and slowly ramp up. Try to get a massive, huge win right off the bat.
And there are, oh, sorry, go on.
I was just going to say the first 1 to 2 months are most crucial to get people to stay on and give them your magic right off the bat.
So Rob Bailey, like the way he went from 0 locations, I think 500 plus, all he did was a quick win campaign, just like that. And I think it was like a text out, a blast out, an email out, some type of like reactivation. That's all he was doing to get his clients saying, oh my God, this is amazing. Got a testimonial immediately, said, hey, do you know 3 or 4 gyms that like the same stuff? Got another 3 or 4 testimonials, signed another 3 or 4 clients. And his agency went like this so fast, he sold it, I think, like in record time. And as I'm going through the new agency experience, I'm actually building out like a course area for my client where they can fill out, it's called a 3-day to cash campaign, stolen directly from Nick Robbins. He gets all the credit. Like, that's what he does. He's like, Jeff, you need to be doing this immediately. 3 days to cash campaign. It's simply a retargeting or reactivation campaign. And if your client has been in business for anything over 6 months, they've got somebody who likes their stuff that hasn't paid them money in a while, or they've got an audience that they can use and like have a business relationship with, or they can do a couple things to build their massive audience. And that's what we're talking about, like the quick win or the secret post, the magic post or something like that, right?
Yeah, the mission post.
Sorry, the mission post. Yeah.
I just interviewed one of my clients who made over $100,000 from that one post on a 6K program. Just works like magic.
It's absolutely nuts. And what blows my mind is like how fast people are fundamentally rewarded when they nail the problem, the product, and the promise. Like, I know who you're talking about. I don't want to say their name. They're going to get a lot of PMs, but like that guy landed it and he nailed it. I think there's 2, maybe 3 that we could be like thinking about in our head, right? But like, it's mind blowing. Like, his offer is on point. His messaging is on point. Clients seek him out and he's saying, you know what? I don't think this is a good fit. See you later. Bye. Which makes people want to like join up even more. And for everybody watching, like, it's mind blowing, like how fast this turns around. Like Andrew, you've been in this space for 2 years, 3 years, something like that.
2.5, yeah.
Right, and in the past year, you've gone from 0 to a nearly $2 million a year business.
Yeah, we should do 2.5 this year.
What the flying? I can't curse because then like be like, you know what I mean, right? Like,
Yeah.
I really hope everybody watching this realizes like how massively quick things can change for the better. And despite like the pandemic and the corona, you can still find an offer that makes a lot of sense. I hope now that we can talk about the second bullet point, which is how you build buyers lists.
Yes. So that goes with the low ticket masterclass offer that we have that are $97.
Yeah.
Like, delivers a quick fix to their business that is very specific and rack up those buyers lists at a low ticket price. Because people that, and look at what like Traffic and Funnels does, they sell like $7 things, like $37 things. They're just racking up their buyers lists. And then their sales guys are reaching out and giving you calls and giving you texts after you buy something from them. So a very simple, easy win is creating a masterclass or something physical, like you have your book, and rack up
somewhere on here, but yeah,
and rack up your buyers list. When I was selling messenger bots back in 2018, I didn't know what I was doing, but that buyers list came in so handy because I was selling $97 bot templates. And then people that bought from me then started buying my multiple 5-figure program like 6 months, 9 months down the line.
Yep.
So a big focus should be building a buyers list.
So when you say building your buyers list, and I think the internet's being a little bit funky, but that's okay. So building a buyer list means like creating a easy yes, low dollar, let's just do this type product or service, right? $7, $37, $97, something like that, right?
Yeah.
And more importantly, does that solve a very specific problem, or is it like this huge like $1,000 program that you're only selling for $7? Is that custom built? Like how would somebody like brand new start generating lists for like, I don't know, gyms or roofers or something like that? You know what I mean?
So it should solve a very specific problem. You should have, over time, you will develop your own methodologies, your own step-by-steps, and that sort of stuff. So think of like a 9-step, we have these 3 circles where we have, this is how you get money, this is how you get freedom, this is how you get impact. And money and freedom comes from your sales and marketing, freedom comes from your operations, and impact comes from your delivery. And then above each of those, we have 3 steps. So for sales and marketing, it's lead attraction, lead nurturing, and lead conversion, right? And that's how you generate money. So one of the masterclass is cash influx. This is how you convert those people into a buyer's list. Very specific. But what you should be doing with your products or with your PDFs or books is opening up those loops. So to show them, hey, this is everything that we have to offer. What you're learning is this very specific thing. So it's like, oh, well, I want all of it, but like inside of this low ticket offer, blow their mind with the information, but solve one thing that's very, very specific to them.
So my IP is like the wallet out campaign, right? There's 5 steps, right? So what I'm hearing from you is really confirmation of what I already did, which is like $97 wallet out campaign. There's the 5 steps. Today for $97, you're going around the customer research. And that makes people say like, oh my God, I had no idea. And then I say, hey, would you like to talk about the next series of steps? Is that like the right way to think about this? Yes,
100%.
Gotcha.
And I, for agency owners, a really quick, easy one. I bet there are people out there. I'm not in the agency space anymore. I'm in the coaching space. But an easy win would be providing a sales script to let's say gym owners or whoever, and then in your PDF or in your masterclass, you show them that there's so much more to generating leads, nurturing those leads, converting those leads, and then ultimately whatever else you help them with.
Gotcha.
Right? And
So
the solution for converting those leads, part of it is the sales script, right?
Gotcha. So that means that anybody who's doing like gyms or roofers or salons could be like, hey, Mr. Salon owner, would you like to know how we can get you 10 to 20 or even 100 more signups for your $97 offer in less than 72 hours? If so, click here and buy this $7 PDF as an example, right?
Yeah.
Now you're getting people signing up, trying to buy what you have to sell. You've got cash to put back into ads. And your PDF doesn't have to be amazing, right, Andrew? It just has to solve a very specific problem and be good enough, right? It doesn't have to be like the best thing in the world. It's good enough, right?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the first version, I think one thing that's really helped me in my journey is knowing that the first version is just the first version, that it doesn't need to be perfect. Done is better than perfect. And once you get the first version out, whether that's your webinar or whether that is your first product or your first client, knowing that first one is just the first version and it's going to develop over time. And you're going to have version 2, version 3, version 4, version 5. I think we're on version 8 for Authority Accelerator, which we've been running for a year and a half. So just get the first fucking version out there and just know it will develop to become better and better over time.
I guess the philosophy is like, just get a beta out there and see if it's going to work, see if it's sick, see if the market's interested. And then you put more time, effort, energy into making that better over time, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So somebody watching this, get like your $7 PDF. And in the PDF or the video or the course or whatever it is, like, hey, my name is Jeff. I'm super psyched to show you how we can generate you blank, blank, and blank. The $7 that you invest into your business, I'm going to show you the first step, which is how to generate more leads. If you'd like to know about the next series of steps, which gets them to come in and buy what you have to sell, a high converting sales script, and how to get them to come back month after month after month, that's part of our higher tier Med Spa Accelerator program. And if you'd like, you can talk about that by clicking this button below. But in the meantime, here's what you paid for. So some like video like that, right?
Yeah, exactly. And if you just have videos underneath that of testimonials and results from people that you've worked with, it will convert a lot better.
Beautiful. I'll bet you dollars to donuts, Andrew, somebody's going to come out with a Med Spa Accelerator program tomorrow, right? Like that URL just got like snapped up, right?
Shout out to those action takers. I know your audience are just a bunch of action takers, so go do it.
True that. True that. The next step is the 3 things you need to do immediately to pivot your messaging so you become a need to have instead of a nice to have. And this is what I think was a big challenge and a big struggle for me, because I made stuff super nice, made stuff super good looking. Isn't that cool? I thought that was awesome. That's what I like, cool stuff. Like, oh my God, that's amazing. Go on Amazon and buy a whole bunch of things. But that's not how my clients buy. And when there's a cash tightness, people are not buying nice to haves. They're buying I need to haves. The difference between interest and desire, right? Nice versus need. So how do you take your nice to have and make it like such a need to have that they have to pay you money time and time again?
Yeah. So for us in the coaching space, it came down to recession-proofing their business, right? Yeah. So that's what everybody wanted to do. So we did a recession-proof coach workshop to our Authority Accelerator and 7-Figure CEO programs. So then we became a need to have instead of just a nice to have coaching scale program, right? So how can you do that for your clients? Very first thing is talk to your current clients, over communicate with them and figure out their current challenges, pains, problems, that sort of thing. Make a list of those things. And then your next step is to think about, how can I help them overcome these problems and challenges and pain points?
Yep.
Make a list of those things. And then you implement those things into your offer. Because now you become a need to have instead of a nice to have. It's as simple as that. Don't over complicate it. Ask your current clients what they need, what their challenges are.
Right.
Figure out how you can help them overcome those challenges and add that to your offer.
So the most critical part of this is the most simple part, right? Like, talk to your clients. What do you need to have in your business right now? They'll tell you, and then you build it out.
Yes. Yes.
I thought
and
this was supposed to be harder. Like it's
no.
right.
Yeah, it's super easy. But it comes down to actually interacting with your clients, extracting the messaging out of them and figuring out what they are saying are their challenges and their problems, and then figuring out how you can help them overcome those things that are currently going on right now.
You know, it's so interesting because Christine Seal and Nick Quorum did an interview in Christine's group just about this. Like, what's the difference between, you know, a med spa that's paying money and a med spa that's not? And Nick was talking about how he's obviously explicitly saying like, hey, what is your need to have right now? And they're saying, I need to have cash in the bank. Great. Mm-hmm. We've got a cash in the bank 7-week program that's going to get you on the phone with people that want to do the telecommuting, teledoc, FaceTime consults. And we're going to show you how to sell them a discounted script so that when you open up, you've got cash in the bank immediately. Their agency didn't take a hit at all.
Yep. Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's how, and like from there, like what's your next step after you figure out like what their problems actually are? Google it, YouTube it, go into Facebook groups where there are similar challenges and search in the sidebar. It's fucking amazing how much gold you can find from just searching in Facebook groups.
Yeah.
I was doing it yesterday. What was I doing it for? Oh, we were revamping our referral program and just went into all of the paid Facebook groups I'm in, all the really good free Facebook groups, and just typed in referral. And I found so much fucking gold of like Google Docs and Google Sheets and like, this is the step-by-step process. And I'm like, dude, just search that shit. Search for your answers.
It's amazing. Like the difference between where people are and where they want to be is usually doing the doing part. Like it's not through a lack of information. It's a lack of a structured and accountable way of finding that information. And like when your brain is in such pain and you don't know what to do or how to do, you need somebody to like to at least like, okay, do these steps. You know what I mean? Like there's no way to move forward without like a coach. And I know that I would have not have hit my numbers without you telling me like, hey, go do these things. And then I'm like, oh yeah, it's so simple. And you're like, yeah, that's why you pay me money, right? Yeah. Like to make it simple and get you your intended result. Exactly. I know that we did our first event in November, and Steph Sines and Aubrey really helped me figure it out. But it was following your methodology and following your steps. And like I'm looking at this, and you're like, Jeff, it's easier to think. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know about that, Andrew. All right, I've been through a lot of schooling. Okay, there's no way it's simple. And you're like, no, it's just like 5 or 6 steps. And I was like, there's no way. But you know what? It worked out damn good. Like we had 30 people in there. They all got awesome results. We had 2 people team up and create their own next software-driven agency. They broke $40K a month in 90 days. Like it's mind blowing how far you can get with the right level of accountability and coaching. It makes a lot of sense. Yep. And that's what you do as an offer in exchange for money, correct?
Yeah, exactly. And like for me, I spent a little over $120,000 in coaching in 2019. 2018. And then 2019, I spent a little over $150,000, and then I've spent $60,000 so far on coaching this year. It's the easiest way to level up. I'm just paying people that are doing what I want to do, and then like it's those simple little tweaks of like, no, don't think about it this way, think about it this way, right? Or just them asking you that question. That is like, oh, okay, I get it now. So yeah, I'm a big proponent of coaching.
Fantastic. I do want to say for everybody watching, I know there's a delay, but if there's any questions and comments, concerns that you'd like to ask Andrew or me, now is the time. We're coming to the last 15 minutes or so of the tail end of the interview. This is time that Andrew is specifically devoted to solving your problems, moving you forward, and getting you there faster. There's no guarantee me or Andrew will ever answer your PMs ever. I get 99 plus a day. Andrew has learned how to not even care about how many inboxes he gets, right? Like you just like don't you have like certain times where you're like, I'm not looking at my phone? Like that's how you have like a sanity check, right? Like you only check your phone during certain times, right?
Yeah, so I have an hour where I respond back to all my WhatsApp, all my Slack, and all my Facebook messages.
Yeah.
usually takes an hour to respond back to all those things.
Gotcha.
And the biggest piece of advice that one thing that like allowed me to become more proactive instead of reactive in this online space is by clearing off my calendar from 5 in the morning to 12 in the afternoon, or noon. I don't know why I said it that way.
12 noon in the afternoon. Got it. Okay.
But clearing off that time where I don't do I don't do any of the reactive stuff. None of my team is interacting with me. I'm not doing any Facebook Messenger or reading email or anything like that. What I'm doing is just producing. I'm creating SOPs. I'm creating content for our programs. I'm creating marketing content. It's just output, output, output. Gotcha. And then in the afternoon, it's about interaction and being a little bit more reactive. But just having the morning to be proactive has changed everything.
Yeah. And it stops you from spending the rest of your day just like getting bombarded with like small requests. You learn how to prioritize correctly, what really matters, you categorize and things like that. Yeah. It's massively important. I've learned to just ignore my messenger. There's 99 messages right now. I'm okay with that because I have to focus on the people that I'm taking care of. Like people in my own coaching program, people in my clients, figuring out new stuff, rereading the Ask book, right? Stuff like that. Like that's ultimately what's going to move the needle in me and my life. And I have to pay attention to that. So yeah, ladies and gents, feel free to ask questions and things like that. Andrew has specifically helped me in my journey. I'm sure he can do the same for you. We've got the first question by Sean, who's a dentist based out of Ireland. Sean says, does online coaching work for any industry? I'm assuming he specifically means for dentists or things along those lines.
Good question. So yes, you can like, for me, I kind of interchange coaching, consulting. It's providing your advice to an industry. And every industry needs people to direct them. So yes, 120%. You can just sell your advice and knowledge. A lot of times that is better than a done-for-you service. You're teaching people how to fish and teaching their teams how to fish instead of just catching the fish for them, which makes them a hell of a lot stronger.
I think specifically for dentists, I would put them in the same bucket as chiropractors and gyms, which is the stereotypical Facebook ads agency clients. I know that there are dentists that run the same maximization model idea that you talk about, Andrew. Hey, we're going to have like a $7 PDF. You're going to sign up. You're going to absolutely love it. Would you like our 6-step guide on how to make sure your kids don't get cavities ever again? Great. Would you like to schedule time with a doctor using this link to talk about braces for your child? And if you do, you get a $200 coupon if you decide to make a purchase. Now, those dentists are employing that same idea. It's just that their keystone is they're done for you. And like they're bringing people in. You know, with this like huge pyramid funnel, you know what I'm talking about, right? And you can have people buying your stuff left and right, low ticket $7 thing, $49 thing. And now you're only dealing with like massively qualified people that already know you, already like you, already trust you, have already spent money with you, and putting you in a position where not only are you like their trusted advisor, but they've gone a very specific research path where they're like, hey, I'm comfortable paying you. So Sean, you can definitely do online coaching for an industry. I'm pretty sure if you set up a time with Andrew, you can help figure out a next step for you, and we'll take it from there.
And to add to that, if you're an agency owner, an easy downsell if you don't have one yet is like a hour-long strategy session on how to fix the problem that they brought up on that sales call. So like, let's say you have a 3K recurring month program or a done-for-you service, and they don't want to sign up. They don't trust it 100% yet. But if you have a hour-long strategy session on how to fix that very specific issue that they kept bringing up over and over and over, that could build up trust to the point where they already paid you $1,000 for that hour to fix that very specific problem. And then after you build up that trust, they might be like, oh shit, I want you to do this. I don't want to do this for myself. So big recommendation is have downsells on sales calls, and you can make an easy coaching or consulting 1 hour offer to fix that very specific problem.
And I'll bet you dollars to donuts, if you do enough of those, you can find the common recurring themes, make that your $17.97 or $59 product, put some ads to it, and you're generating customers, solving a massive problem, and getting an F ton of testimonials very, very quickly. Very cool. Douglas says, what platform do you use to create your SOPs for your team?
So we use Asana for project and task management. And then we have an SOP playbook that's built out in Google Sheets. And then we have a Google template or Google Doc template for writing out SOPs. And I have an operations manager now that I hired 3 months ago, and holy shit, he just rocks those out. It's great.
Beautiful.
My biggest recommendation for SOPs, don't fucking make them perfect at first. You'll waste so much time. The best thing that you can do right now is document. If people take this piece of advice, they will scale so much fucking quicker, and be able to delegate way more effectively.
Yeah.
Create a Loom video for everything that you do, and then just put it in a Google Sheet where you have those, you title them.
Yeah.
And then, or put it in Asana, either one will work. But just document everything that you do. So when you hire somebody for that specific, for taking over delivery or whatever it is, you can just say, hey, watch these Loom videos. Document everything that you do using Loom, and you'll be able to scale so much quicker with a team.
It was so funny. So when I was doing my previous niche, we'd get $1,000 installation service requests. Like they weren't comfortable paying $2K a month. Like, look, man, that ain't gonna happen. That's too expensive. Hey, I'm not gonna fight you on it. Want to let you know for $1,000 we'll install everything and we'll walk away and you'll have a good time. Deal, right? So I did the first one and I broke it up into like 10-minute segments. I have a Google Drive of like 60 videos. It's done, right? And 9 times out of 10, they really only have to do like 10 of the videos. I gave it to a VA. I pay her $5 an hour. She does everything in 5 hours. For less than $30, I have fulfilled a $1,000 contract, a $1,000 product sale. I'm walking away with like 97% margins, right?
Yeah.
The client likes it. I can take on a client. I don't lose any time. The VA gets paid, and she's like, this is easy work. And she like pretty much memorized it within the first week anyway. And now I no longer have a fulfillment problem. Now I can just start stacking up wins again and again. That's exactly what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just film a Loom video and get shit off your plate. And like you're using awesome VAs that don't cost that much. They can follow a step-by-step process. Yeah.
It's almost never like a, I don't know what to do thing. I need someone to do it with me kind of thing, right? Like everybody knows of Loom. They just never done their Loom videos until you and me told them to do it, right?
Yeah. That's why you hire a coach. If you're not living the life that you want to live right now, you hire the coach to show you how to live that life and build that business.
Yep.
Like I hire a fuck ton of coaches because like my life is pretty awesome. I'm living in San Diego. I've got an awesome fucking business, and I'm living with my girlfriend, and I love my life right now. But I know there's another level to it, and I can grow more. But that's not where I was. I was depressed, miserable, drinking way too much, working a 9-to-5 job, until I started investing into coaches and mentors to get me to the next level. So sometimes it's just investing into that person that is living the life that you want to live, and them just saying, oh, do this. And the little tweaks will add up.
It's beautiful. It's so fast. It's a better ROI than any college course will tell you that. We got another question that says, could mortgage brokers use a low ticket item to build a buyer's list? I'm still struggling to think about what they could offer. I appreciate the information. Again, his question was, could mortgage brokers use a low ticket item to build a buyer's list? What are your thoughts about that, Andrew?
Yeah, totally. And you'll get way better sales calls booked if you're getting them in the door with a low ticket offer where they've already brought out their credit card. You just got to make it super enticing and over deliver on the offer. So if you want to roll of thumb, I would say the offer should be 20 to 50 times the value of what you're actually putting the price on that for. So yeah, that offer just needs to be really enticing. But if you just build your buyers list, you'll crank up like your revenue like crazy.
Yep, really fast. So Haggis, to get more specific, you could make a $7, $17, $37 mini product or program that says, hey, would you like to see how you can generate 50 pre-qualified, ready-to-buy type individuals in 72 hours or less, or something like that. I think Andrew's internet just bombed out, so we're going to see what happens. It's just me talking to myself right now. Let me just go ahead and check the stream, but I think like Andrew's internet just cut off. Well, there we go. Let me go ahead and check. Oh, we're back.
Yay.
Okay, we're back. Yeah, you clicked a button or something like that. But I was telling Haggis, like, you could do a $17, $37.49 of like, this is how you can go from 0 to 100 buyers leads in less than 72 hours. And then just pay 17 bucks and take it from there. Gerardo says, when you say a buyers list, is it specifically for creating new databases for your clients? Can you get more specific about what you say when you say buyers lists?
People that pay you money. You can do it for your own clients. I mean, you should.
Uh-oh. Guys, we made it 55 minutes in before the internet started going to hell. I think Andrew is going to say you can do it for yourself. You can do it as a service and do it for your clients as well. So when you say buyers list, oh, we're back again. Okay. When you were saying buyers list, Andrew, can you tell me about that?
So it's simple. Just getting people instead of using a lead magnet to get people to sign up, put ads out there to build a buyers list that offsets your ads. Mm-hmm. So
third time's the charm. All right, when Andrew comes back, we're going to bring this to a close. That's just how it works sometimes. We still got 55 minutes in before the internet broke. Andrew, we're going to bring this to a close. Otherwise, we're going to get angry at the internet real fast. Andrew, absolute pleasure. Any last comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, or ideas?
No. Just I think the biggest piece of advice is just know that you're going to fail and keep moving forward.
Know that you're going to fail and keep moving forward. Ladies and gents, go have an awesome Friday. See you later. Bye.